Hello everybody, this is SoyaCincau and today we're taking a look at the iPhone 4S. Okay, so not going to talk much about the hardware. iPhone 4S looks exactly the same as the iPhone 4, as you can see. The only exterior difference evident on the device is this additional band you see on the antenna. This is supposed to improve the antenna performance because, as you know, on the iPhone 4, antenna performance is not one of its strong suits. Other than that, because of the antenna band, the buttons have moved down slightly, so those who have iPhone 4 and want to use iPhone 4 cases on the iPhone 4S, be warned that certain cases might not fit because the buttons have moved. Okay. Additional, you get 8 megapixel camera on the iPhone 4S with improved optics, meaning better lens. I think there's a couple of additional elements in the lens. The 8 megapixel sensor is also backlit, and that should give you improved performance in low light conditions. Other than that, hardware wise, you get a 1 GHz dual core processor, which is actually underclocked to 800 MHz and 512 RAM. Okay, everything else is the same, Retina display, and that's it. But what a lot of people are interested about with the iPhone 4S is, of course, Siri. So this video is all about Siri. So we're going to talk about Siri and how and what we think about it, and how it works outside of the US. Okay, so first of all, I'm just going to show you how you can set up Siri. Of course, Siri is available in your settings under general, and there you have Siri. So let's check out the options. You have an option to toggle the Siri on and off. If you don't use it that much, you can switch it off. I don't know what for. Maybe it saves battery life. I'm not sure about that. Other than that, you have languages. So currently Siri only supports 5 languages, and 3 of them are English. Each different language has different voices, so we'll go into the languages a little later. Let's check out the other options. You have voice feedback. So voice feedback, what it means is Siri talking back to you, answering your questions. So you can toggle this. So if you are using the device without hands-free and you don't want Siri to answer your questions, you just want the text input, the text output, you can just set it to hands-free only. So right now we prefer to have it as always because it gives good feedback. Other than that, my info, this is how Siri recognizes you. So under my info, you key in your full name, your address, your office. So when you tell Siri schedule an appointment at my office, it knows where that is exactly. You can also input your spouse's details. So if you say remind me to buy flowers for my wife, it knows exactly who you mean. You cannot edit this info here inside this menu. This is actually in the context menu, so you have to go to context to edit that. Last feature is raise to speak. Raise to speak is usually when you want to activate Siri, you press the home button, and that will switch Siri on. With raise to speak, what you need to do is when the phone is on standby, all you need to do is just pick up the phone and talk to Siri, and it will switch on. I don't know whether it works if the phone is asleep. I don't think so. Let me just try that out. No, it doesn't work when the phone is asleep. Let's see if I wake it up, but I don't lock it. Let's see if it works. Hello Siri.
Hello.
Right, so it does work if you switch on the screen. Okay, so going back, let's talk about the languages slightly. So different languages have different voices, so let's just try that. English in Australian language. Hello Siri.
Hello.
How are you today?
I'm fine. Thanks for asking.
So I don't know whether you notice, there's a subtle Australian accent. The voice is also slightly different. Okay, so let's choose another voice. UK. So this is the male voice. Let's try this. How are you doing?
am well.
That's the UK voice. And then, of course, we have the US voice. This is the standard voice that you hear in Apple ads. So we don't really need to do that. Let's try French. I have no idea how to speak French, so I'll just, please, I'm just going to try this out. So, bonjour.
SoyaCincau, je ne suis pas certain de comprendre audio.
So, I guess it didn't get me saying bonjour. Probably I said it wrong. Again, I don't speak French, but I don't know. Even when a robot is speaking French, it sounds nice. Okay, so goodbye. Accidentally pressed
Désolé
it.
SoyaCincau, je ne comprends pas soirée bye.
I don't understand what it's saying, so whatever. Let's go back to the languages. Let's try German. And I don't speak German either, so this is just going to be like a stab in the dark. Guten Tag.
Hallo, übrigens, es ist schon 1:42 Uhr.
Okay, so honestly speaking, I have no idea what Guten Tag means, but I guess it means what is the time now. So Siri just gave me the time in German. Okay, enough playing around with the settings. I'll just set it to Australian. That's because that's closest to us, and hopefully that will make it easier for Siri to understand us. Okay, so let's get right into it. Hello Siri.
Hello.
Okay, so the thing about Siri is that, and why is it different from other voice activated application, is that it's conversational. You speak to Siri in a natural language, and that's really awesome. But it has limitation because it uses Wolfram Alpha as a search engine, as a resource. It doesn't have a lot of context in Malaysia. So for example, if you want to look for the best teh tarik or the best nasi kandar, it doesn't know that. It doesn't understand what you're trying to say. I think even if you try to search for a pizza place, it doesn't know where you are outside of the US. So let's just try that. Where am I?
I can only look for businesses, maps, and traffic in the United States, and when you are using US English, sorry about that.
So as you can see, even when you're using the languages that Siri support, which we did with the Australian English, it still is not able to give you results. Even if you're in Australia, it's not able to give you location services. So if you say, can you tell me how to get home, it can't help you with that. So let's try and see if we can get any information out of Siri using US English. So we're going to change the settings again. We're going to change the language. All right, so we're now set it up for US English. Can you tell me where's the best Italian restaurant?
Sorry SoyaCincau, I can't look for restaurants in Malaysia.
So now it's a step better. It will try to attempt to look for a place, but again, because it doesn't have any context in Malaysia, it's not able to find a place. But let's see if, because it says it can find information in the US. Let's try to find that. Find the best Malaysian restaurants in New York.
I found 13 Malaysian restaurants. 10 of them are in New York City, NY, US. I've sorted them by rating.
So there you go. If you want to look for things in the US, Siri can help you with that. But if you want to look for things in Malaysia, hey, there's Fatty Crab in Broadway. I didn't know that. No, I do. Okay, so if you want to look for things in Malaysia, at the moment, it's not that useful. in terms of searching for answers, yes, Siri can help you with that. It's just like Google search, so you can ask for things like, for example, define ridiculous.
This might answer your question.
So it can help you find answers like, okay, let's see. What's the currency for Malaysia? Oops.
Let me check that for you. Would you like to search the web for what's the currency for Malaysia?
Let me try that again. What's the currency for Malaysia?
Would you like to search the web for the currency for Malaysia?
One more try. If it doesn't work, we'll just skip this. What's the currency for Malaysia?
Checking on that for you. This might answer your question.
So, okay, information that you can search on the web that's not location sensitive, Siri can help. But again, it doesn't understand local language. So, again, you cannot tell it to search for durian and what's the best durian species and things like that. It'll find it difficult to do that. But what we find is useful for Siri is things like scheduling. So I'm going to show you something that's really interesting about Siri. Schedule dinner.
Okay. When's the meeting?
Friday night.
What time is your meeting?
8 o'clock.
Okay, here's your meeting. Note that you already have a meeting about dinner at 8 p.m. Shall I schedule this anyway?
No, thank you.
Okay, I'll make that change to your meeting. Are you ready for me to schedule it?
Cancel that.
To continue, you can confirm, cancel, change time to, or change title.
Cancel.
Okay then, I won't create the meeting.
Okay, so what I wanted to demonstrate there was Siri is intelligent enough to ask pertinent questions. So like I said, schedule dinner, it asked me when, and I said Friday, and it knows it's when to schedule, like for the next Friday. And I said 8 o'clock. I didn't say 8 p.m. So because I said dinner, it knows that it's going to be at night. So it scheduled the appointment for 8 p.m. And that's really interesting. And you can do it in one shot, like schedule dinner for next Friday at Meatworks 8 p.m.
Okay, I set up your meeting for December 9th, 2011. Are you ready for me to schedule it?
Nope.
To continue, you can confirm, cancel, change time to, or change title.
Cancel.
Alright, SoyaCincau. I'll leave it off your calendar.
Okay, so that's another way. If you want to schedule events, again, it's really easy. It's faster than if you key in the different particulars individually using the keyboard. So this is where Siri shines, and if you schedule events a lot, Siri can help you. But there's a caveat to that. It only works in relatively quiet environments. If you use it in the mall, it's not going to be able to pick up your voice that well. Okay, let's try something else. And this is really interesting, so I just want to show you. Okay, so it says that I have a schedule at the same time on Friday next Friday. So let's check that schedule. What's my next appointment?
Your next appointment is at 8 p.m. this Friday.
Okay, I'm gonna change that. And this is really amazing. So I said days, and it knows roughly the next closest day. So I'm gonna show you something really amazing. Can you reschedule?
SoyaCincau, I don't understand. Can you reschedule?
Okay, so probably I gave the wrong I gave the wrong command. So let's try this again. What's my next appointment?
Your next appointment is at 8 p.m. this Friday.
Change it to Christmas.
Okay, I'll make that change to your meeting. Are you ready for me to schedule it?
Yes.
Okay, it's on your calendar for December 25th, 2011.
So as you can see, I only said Christmas, and it knows when Christmas is, and that's pretty amazing, because we tried Vlingo and it doesn't know that. It's very difficult for me to schedule appointments with Vlingo, especially with dates and time. It's not as natural and not as accurate as Siri. So again, if you want to do scheduling, you want to do reminders, Siri can really help you. Okay, let's try and move this to other dates. Siri, reschedule my appointment.
Okay, SoyaCincau, what's the new time and date for this meeting?
Move it to New Year.
Sorry, I don't understand. Movie to Nadia. Okay, SoyaCincau, what's the new time and date for this meeting?
Move it to New Year's Eve.
Okay, SoyaCincau, what's the new time and date
One more
for this
try.
meeting?
Move it to New Year's Eve.
Okay, SoyaCincau, what's the new time and date for this meeting?
Move it to New Year's Eve at 8 p.m.
Okay, SoyaCincau, what's the new time and date for this meeting?
Okay, I'm going to cancel that. It worked before. So when I said New Year's Eve, it moved the date to New Year's Eve. One more try. I'm just going to show you something else with Siri. What's my next appointment?
Your next appointment is at 8 p.m. December 25th, 2011.
Change it to Chinese New Year.
Okay, I'll make that change to your meeting. Are you ready for me to schedule it?
Change it to Chinese New Year.
Okay, I'll make that change to your meeting. Are you ready for me to schedule it?
Change it to Chinese New Year.
Okay, I'll make that change to your meeting.
So there you
Are you
go.
ready for me to schedule it?
Yes.
Okay, it's on your calendar for January 23rd, 2012.
So that's roughly the date for Chinese New Year, and we figured out that Wolfram Alpha probably has information on major American holidays, and that includes Chinese New Year. We tried local holidays like Deepavali and Hari Raya, and that doesn't work again. So what we want to say is Siri, despite our doubts, thinking that it's not relevant, is actually quite useful for these sort of things. What would make it really amazing is that if it could, Apple would open up support for one, local languages, number two, for local location services. That would be really amazing. But for now, it's an assistant. It's not optimized. You can set alarms. Let's try that. Wake me up at 9 a.m. tomorrow.
I can't set an alarm for more than 1 day ahead. How about a reminder instead?
Okay.
Okay, I'll remind you.
Let's see if I can cancel that. Cancel my reminder on Monday.
I'm not allowed to delete reminders.
Okay, that's weird. That's the first time. Let's see what else I can do. Okay. Let's see if we can call somebody. Call Narisha.
Calling Narisha Ishak, mobile. SoyaCincau, your phone's in airplane mode.
So it even tells me that I'm in airplane mode and I can switch it off and things like that. Okay, is there anything else I need to test? I think yeah. So that's pretty much it. One more thing. What can you do? Okay, so I should have started with this, but these are the things that you can tell Siri to do. There's a lot more. There's a lot of things you can tell Siri to do that doesn't require it to check Wolfram Alpha. So despite our doubts that you can't use Siri for a lot of things outside US, but there's also a lot of other things you can tell Siri to do without the need for it to search through Wolfram Alpha. So our take on this, well, yes, this definitely moves the voice application game ahead. The conversation thing is really good. It's really natural. We can get used to it. The unfortunate that you need that it only supports US right now and limited language. So let's look at Siri. I think that's pretty much all we need to show you guys. If you have any questions, please comment us down below. Thanks for liking the video. Thanks for subscribing to us. And as always, thank you for watching. This is SoyaCincau and that was Siri. That's about it.